sent on the ground out to second. Descalzo is up with it, and a good throw gets him one gone. With that, here's the starting lineup for the visiting Philadelphia Phillies. Steve, how do they bounce back and avoid the dreaded sweep?
Well, you know, guys, I think this one could be a slugfest. If you get to the starter early and you continue to beat up on that bullpen, goodness, you could score a ton of runs.
Cesar Hernandez will stand in, and as you can see the numbers away from home, he's been much better once he gets out on the road. Hard liner toward short. A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield. He's around first, on his way to second now. Around second. He'll try for third, and he's safe.
No, he's in there, safe.
Well, this won't hurt the old slugging percentage any. This thing finds a seam out there. He makes it all the way around to third with his third triple of the year.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1.
Well, this is the kind of situation where they came up short last night. They had opportunities that they could never really cash them in. So you can bet they'd love to get something going on the board early here.
And set up behind the dish is Clyde Washington, as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Yeah, Matt, Clyde has a bit of a reputation for rewarding pitchers that pound the bottom of the zone. Calls the game well, but we might see some strike calls below the zone that hitters aren't going to be too happy with.
And with that, let's check out the top of the scorecard and see how the Braves align themselves defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, when you talk about one of the best arms in all of baseball, Josh Reddick absolutely possesses one of them. You just don't run on Reddick. We'll see if anybody tries in this one.
Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. And that pitch comes over to catch the corner. It's 2-2 now.
Yeah, that finds a zone, but some of these pitches are getting a little too much elevation. That could come back to bite him.
Slapped hard the opposite way. And a little self-preservation down at first as he pulls that one in to end the inning. One left for Philadelphia. It's the Phillies nothing, Braves coming up. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Darren Ruff makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Fastball that gets the inside corner, strike one.
And you know, he's a guy that's definitely going to attack you with the fastball. He's got a good one, so why not?
That's taken. Now it's 0-2. Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2.
I think he had him flinching on that one. That nearly came back to the inside corner.
Now a curveball stays inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, he's not really getting on top of that curveball right now, and that's going to get him into trouble if he keeps leaving it up there like that.
Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second.
Batting sixth, the left fielder, number 25, Cody Ashe.
Cody Ashe will stand in. He comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game.
Well, that was a rough one yesterday, but he's still hitting over 300 in his last 10 games.
And a ball, 1-0.
I think that's consistent with how the strike zone gets called nowadays. That's a strike in the rule book, but most umpires won't give you that pitch anymore.
Hey, we got one out here.
Hit out towards second. To his right, Descalzo. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Batting seventh,
Steve Clevenger will stand in, hoping to turn things around from the loss last night. He was 0 for 4 in that ball game. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And a diving effort there at third. Good way to bruise your ribs. How much for one of them ribs? It's a foul ball. Chop foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. This is skied into short left center. Rgil moves over. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Freddie Galvis is into the box as we are all set to begin the third.
Freddie Galvis.
And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike. 0-1. First curveball of the day for him, and likely not the last.
0-2.
No, he's got a good one. There's no doubt about that. He'll start it on the hip versus righties, and he'll backdoor it to lefties. Two different locations, but equally effective. Yeah, an ideal setup here with the pitcher on deck. He comes through with a solid single to start things out, and now you give your pitcher a chance to bunt you over and make a productive out.
Vince Velasquez shows bunt on the first pitch, but he pulls it back. 1-0. You like what you've seen from this guy so far?
I do. I like where he's putting the fastball, and I like the movement he's been getting on both his curveball and changeup. I think he'll do well.
Now batting.
Coming to the plate now, Odubel Herrera. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike one. To short, hit hard. Reyes has it. Over to the first baseman, Pierce, and there are 2 gone now.
Now batting.
Digging in to try it again, Cesar Hernandez. As the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
And you know, guys, he's not quite as successful when he's batting left-handed in general. He tends to have more success from the other side.
Good curveball. Strike 2. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses. 1-2. Pretty clear the plan is to keep everything away.
And that's smart for most guys, but you got to know your scouting report, because this is a guy that can cover the outside part of the plate.
21. Franklin Gutierrez.
Skied into straightaway right. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. A golden opportunity to get on the board here goes for naught. Back to Turner Field following this. Number 24 steps in now.
Pitcher, number 24.
Now a swing, and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And that's going to land foul.
Let's go right here.
And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control. 0-2.
Well, he's down 0-2 now, and he hasn't even seen the changeup yet. That could be the strikeout pitch of choice right here.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Down in order go the Braves. We'll head to the 4th, still scoreless. Maikel Franco is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
Well, they still don't have any runs on the board yet, so getting this leadoff man on base would be huge.
Into the windup and the pitch. Went about halfway there, but it's a called strike regardless.
One strike.
Anytime you can throw a first pitch strike to about 60% of the batters you've faced, or better than that, then you should get pretty good results. And we're in the middle innings in this game, so that's pretty good.
He'll put it away without much trouble, and the leadoff man is retired here in the 4th. Darren Ruff will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Sent in the air out to straightaway center. Inciarte's there. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Yeah, not his most fluid swing there. You could see he wasn't really able to generate a whole lot of torque there, and this is an easy play out in center field.
Here's Cody Ashe, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Barely able to make contact. Down 0-2 now. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. On to the bottom of the 4th now, still with no score. Steve Clevenger heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one.
Well, they still aren't even on the board yet, so this leadoff guy needs to get on so they can manufacture a run.
Breaking ball for a strike. 0-1. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now. 0-2.
And if you get him to look at strike 1, why not go back to that same pitch in the same part of the strike zone, and they catch him looking again.
And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
Number 13.
Freddie Galvis will dig in. He singled his first time around. And he swings here and sends one in the air deep down the right field line. And that nearly broke our scoreless tie. Instead, it's a foul ball. Good changeup there as he takes command. 0-2.
And you would think that this heat would start affecting him sooner or later, but it hasn't so far.
And he'll lay out to make a spectacular catch. Wow.
Next for Philadelphia, catcher.
Just a fantastic catch out there by the outfielder. And the one guy that's more excited about it than the guy who caught the ball is the pitcher. He knows that that one could have been extra bases.
Stepping in now, Vince Velasquez, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1.
Well on his way to another good inning right here. And you see the pitch count. It's not even close to being a factor just yet.
And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now. Fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Strike 3 called as he can't get the bat off his shoulders. Side retired. Phillies down in order. Halfway home, still no score. Odubel Herrera will stand in to lead things off here in the Philadelphia 6th.
You know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact, and he can run.
And the throw will be too late, so it's a bunt single to get him started here.
Now batting, second baseman.
Cesar Hernandez comes to the plate here, and we'll see how they play it with that leadoff man on base.
Yeah, and in this situation, you've got to move that runner to second any way you can. So we're going to see how they decide to play it right here.
Fastball in there for a called strike. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike.
And the reason he's working away so much here is because he's got that big hole on the right side of the infield to worry about. You don't want to give this guy something where he can just roll over a ground ball and still get it into right field.
And a diving effort there, but it'll come up empty. It's a base hit. Franklin Gutierrez will step in now as his guys look for a breakthrough here with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, and it's been a long time coming. They haven't done anything with their opportunities so far. Maybe this will be the time that they finally crack the scoreboard.
And a breaking ball falls in there for a strike. It's 1-1.
Yeah, and it's tough enough to hit 95-plus mile-an-hour fastballs. That curve gives you something else to think about altogether.
And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him.
You can see the pitching coach heading for the mound, and this is nothing more than just trying to reassure your guy and give him a chance to compose himself. He's been great so far, so there's no reason to think that he can't work out of this.
Now some action in the Braves bullpen as they'll stand up a right-hander to get loose. Grounded up the first baseline. fielded by Pierce. Reyes. But they will not have a shot at two. He's safe at first, and that will plate our opening marker of the ball game.
Well, I'm a little surprised that he wouldn't come home with this ball. That's always going to be a tough turn at second for the double play, and you know you're only going to get one, so why not take the lead runner at home to save yourself a run?
Darren Ruff is at the plate as he takes a cold strike one. That misses wide. One ball and one strike.
Well, we've seen this before. Fastball's in and break.
And he whips on it as this ball's right under his glove. In to score is the runner from third. It's a 2-0 ball game, and he is in there.
The left fielder, number 25, Cody.
Out of the Braves dugout is their manager, Freddie Gonzalez, on his way to the mound. And it would appear he's seen enough of his starter this afternoon. So he'll depart after 5 1/3 innings of work and with no shot to win the decision. Denny Farquhar. And fellas, as always, a few guys we could have chosen from, but out of everybody, that's the man who stands out in my book. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, Matty, he definitely led the way. You'll see there, he turned in a 4-hit performance, and that definitely keyed his guys to the victory.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to
Bye.
Tuesday night baseball now from the home of the Indians, Progressive Field here in Cleveland. Tonight, the first of two in this interleague matchup between the Atlanta Braves and the Cleveland Indians. It's Indians baseball, and it comes your way next. And now here's the starting nine for the visiting Atlanta Braves. EK, any thoughts?
Well, I really appreciate the tenacity that Ender Inciarte brings with him. He's on a nice little hot streak, batting over 400 in his last 10 games.
Corey Kluber will be on the mound for the series opener. EK, what's the word on him?
Well, guys, he's got an ERA of under 3.5, which is pretty decent for a starter. Pretty good chance that we'll see a good start from him here in this one.
Jason Kipnis comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Second baseman, Jason Kipnis.
No one out now.
Breaking ball for a strike. 0-1. EK, these Braves, as they take the field here tonight, it was another loss last time out, and this portion of the schedule has not done them any favors as they've dropped 5 of their last 7.
They come off of what was overall an unsuccessful homestand. You can't afford to have a losing record when you're playing in your own building, so They're going to need to turn it around because they've got a tough stretch of road games coming up.
Time now in Cleveland to take a glance at the Tribe's starting lineup. Eric, who should we keep an eye on?
Well, I think the focus has to be on the man hitting third. He's been a menace to opposing pitchers lately. He's hit 4 home runs in the last 10 ball games. He's shown that he's a serious power threat, so they better be careful not to leave any mistakes out over the plate.
And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Well, you talk about being locked in at the plate right now. That is 10 straight games with a base hit now. And it's going to be a lot of fun to see how long he can keep this thing going.
Michael Brantley will stand in for the first time now. Currently 7th in the American League in hitting. And a pitch takes off inside, and it gets away. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch.
Hey, come on now. Here we go.
A little bouncer. That rolls foul for strike 1. 1 out and a runner on second base. Hit sharply toward the right side. But good hands over there at first, and that becomes out number 2. And with that, let's check out the top of the scorecard and see how the Braves align themselves defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, we have an opportunity to watch one of the most underrated players in the game today, Ender Inciarte. Most people don't appreciate how good of an outfielder he is. He's got great speed, and that speed allows him to cover a ton of ground. Takes away a lot of potential base hits. Let's see if he does that here in this one.
Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. He's set. Here's the 3-2. And that misses, ball 4. So it's first and second now with 2 out. Yan Gomes will stand in. And as you take a look at the splits there, he's actually a better hitter against right-handed pitching this season.
Hey, fellas, hold them right here.
There's a fastball missing down and away for a ball. 1-0. On the ground to third. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Indians strand a couple. After 1, no score. Carlos Santana will get his first opportunity now. 2 for 4 to close out Sunday's series finale.
Santana.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1.
Yeah, showing no fear there. He put the pitch right at the letters away, but that guy didn't want any part of it.
Bounce to the right into the loaded up infield and reined in 1 away.
And you know, normally when you see a play like this, you figure if this guy's all the way out into the outfield like he is right there, you figure he's already in the shift. But actually, this is all range right there. He's way out on the outfield grass, and he's able to gather this thing up and make the play from a tough angle, too.
And he misses with it. 1-1. Slapped hard the opposite way. Peterson dives. Great stop. Oh, and he overshoots his first baseman as it's over his head. And he's going to make it up to second base safely as he's in there. My word.
Pretty dangerous here for a first baseman. This throws high, and it's to the home plate side of the bag. So when he leaves his feet, he's really exposing himself to that runner coming down the line. But the overthrow, that was bad enough, but a collision there would have really been bad news.
Lonnie Chisenhall will stand in here. 1 for 4 in Sunday's ball game. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. And looked like ball 2 below the knees, but it's ruled a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1.
Well, he's been in a tough stretch offensively, and this sure ain't gonna help.
And that's taken in straightaway right. Will he try from second? And he's up to third safely now with 2 gone in the inning.
Yeah, this will get the runner up to third with 2 away, but it looked like it might have had a chance to get down initially. Good job to run it down out there in the alley.
Abraham Almonte will make his way in now as you get a look at his splits there on your screen. Here's the first pitch to him. Hit hard up the middle. And there's a base hit, and the Tribe are going to strike first in this one. It's 1-0.
Yeah, that's a good job right there with 2 away to pick up the first run of the ball game from third base. Very important to cash in when you're given the early opportunities, and he comes through big time right there.
And as the second baseman, Jason Kipnis, as the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. There he goes. Pitch is high, the throw, and he'll be tagged out at second base, trying to get into scoring position. It's 1 run.
Hey, no outs now.
Jason Kipnis digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
And guys, this is the guy you want leading off this inning. He's your leadoff man, so maybe he can get things started, set the table for a little bit of a rally.
Strike 2 on the curveball. 0-2.
You know, some of Jason Kipnis' teammates affectionately call him Dirtbag because he has a habit of giving his body up and getting his uniform dirty on every play. And you got to love a guy like that.
Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. Kipnis will take the turn and head for second now. And he'll get in there standing up with a leadoff double. So he's into second base here with a double to begin the home third. And there you see the Tribe leaderboard in that category as he currently ranks second best on the ball club.
Yeah, he's really contributed to the team this year. Here he is on second again with a chance to score on just a single.
Hey, get ahead right here.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Francisco Lindor, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
And we all know he's a much better hitter from the other side.
Now a bunt attempt here. No one out with a runner at second. And here's a pitch inside, and that got him.
I don't think this partisan crowd is going to like Bat too much. One thing you don't want to do as an opposing pitcher, well, 2 things actually. 1, you don't want to get the crowd involved early, and 2, you don't want to set yourself up for a possible big inning. Now, both of those things have come true.
Chop foul at the plate, strike 1. 1-1, here it is.
Boy, Michael Brantley certainly has blossomed into one of the elite players in this league. He's a good all-around talent, and in 2014 was really his coming-out party. Yeah, that's good hustle getting down the line. A double play could have really put the brakes on this rally, but he's able to beat it out on the back end just to keep things going here.
Greg Bird will stand in. He drew base on balls his first time. Curveball looked at here for strike 1.
Pretty cool right there. You know, it's so important in a tough spot to get that first pitch strike over. He's able to jump ahead.
On to Pierce. It's a double play, and the inning is over. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. We're back to Progressive Field after this. Yan Gomes is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Hit to third. Garcia is there, and he's retired here, 1 away.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Carlos Santana.
Stepping in, Carlos Santana. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First pitch curveball runs in a bit too tight. It's ball 1.
Plays it 1 here.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
This is a good approach when you're facing a pitcher you're not too familiar with. So take a look at a few and see what he's got.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Right side, defense aligned perfectly. There's Peterson on to first, and there were 2 down.
third baseman, number 24.
Settling in now, Carlos Fernandez. He reached base on an error and later came around to score last time up. In tight with the curveball, backed up on him a little there, and it's ball one.
Yeah, trying to go front door with that breaking ball. Started it a little too far inside, though.
Grounded down the third baseline. Garcia comes up with it. On to Pierce at first, and the inning is over. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. We're back to Progressive Field in just a moment. Lonnie Chisenhall comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the fifth.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
Hey, nobody away.
Eight, 9, and 1 to start the inning as the first pitch misses for ball one. Up top, it's 2-0.
And this is what you got to do up there, Steve. You got to wait him out.
Yeah, and if you can lay off the off-speed stuff, that's when you're going to get your fastball to hit.
And, oh, they won't let him walk that easily as that's somehow ruled a strike. 3-1 now.
Yeah, a much better pitch there than the one he threw on 2-0.
And the count will be full. And he takes strike three called on the fastball. One gone.
Yeah, he did a great job of battling back from being down 3-0 to start the inning. Well, things weren't looking all that good, but he didn't panic. He trusted his stuff, and he comes right back with three good pitches to get the strikeout.
The windup and the 0-1.
Hey, we got one
right over
here.
the top with that curveball, and it's 0-2.
Boy, he is putting on a clinic out there right now. These guys don't know what to look for.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. Flowers has it, and he sails it over his head. That ball's down the line, and this is trouble. And he's going to make it up to second base safely as he's in there. My word. So they'll slap an error on the catcher there, and you can tell he's not happy back there. So striding in, Jason Kipnis, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. And that's in there, base hit. And they won't risk it at third, so they're at the corners now with only one away.
Now batting.
So stepping in, Francisco Lindor, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third.
One down.
Now a first pitch curveball floats a bit high that time. It's a ball and no strikes. High pop up. Garcia is there for it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are two away.
And his control's been real good here into the middle innings now. You'll see where this pitch is. Another great location right on the corner, and he gets him to pop it up.
Hey, let's hold him right here.
Here's Michael Brantley. As the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. Fifth inning, 2-1 our score. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw, not in time as he steals second. And the pitch bounces off his glove, and that could be a run. And it is a run.
This is all set up by the stolen base. If he doesn't steal third, then he doesn't come in and score. So give that man a lot of credit for getting himself into position and come in on the wild pitch.
2 outs here with a runner at third. And oh, look out as he has to hop out of the way of the fastball there.
I think you have to ask yourself, was he trying to throw a fastball for a strike right there? Or was he just trying to set me up for that changeup away?
Hot shot on the ground is short. Reyes takes it in. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Indians forced to settle for one. 5 innings complete, and we are tied 2-2. Greg Bird gets things started here in the 6th for the hometown team.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat because you know he has big-time power.
First pitch curveball runs in a bit too tight. It's ball 1. Not too many strikeouts on the ledger for him so far, but it hasn't really mattered.
Yeah, I think ideally you'd like to see him miss a few more bats, but as long as you're keeping guys off balance and you're letting your defense help you, you don't need to strike a ton of guys out to be successful.
Yan Gomes stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. Now it looks like the Braves are going to get a lefty up and throwing in their bullpen. Hard hit ball to second. Reyes.
He's out.
And now after that call at second, here comes the skipper out of the third base dugout as he apparently doesn't agree with the call. I believe the second base umpire is going to tell him that the drop occurred on the transfer, but that's not going to sit well with the skipper, so you can just about guarantee that he's going to have his say before he returns to the dugout. Carlos Santana will stride forward now. He's bounced out a couple of times already here in the ball game.
Just a little off on his earlier swings, guys. You've got to keep that top hand palm up through contact to keep him rolling over.
They set the target in, and this finds the inside corner for strike 1.
Hey, we got one
That's
here.
in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. Chop foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. Lays off that time, and it's 1-2. 2 runs, 5 hits. No errors to this point for the Indians.
Ball inside.
Just inside, not by much. It's 2-2.
Boy, that's a good take there. I don't think I could have laid off that one.
Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
You can't underestimate how important a start this is when your team's on a losing streak. He has been phenomenal. And it's all thanks to him that they've got a good shot at ending this thing.
Carlos Fernandez will stand in here. 0 for 2 with a run scored so far. Breaking ball for a strike. 0-1. Drilled on the ground to short. Right to him. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. So no runs on a hit here. No errors. 1 man left on. 7th inning coming up. It's the Braves 3 and the Indians 2. Lonnie Chisenhall will stand in now. He flew out in his first time around and then was a strikeout victim last time. Into the windup and the pitch.
Hey, come on, guys.
And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike 1.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
And a rather easy first out.
Center fielder number 35, Abraham Almonte.
Abraham Almonte will stand in now. He's singled and struck out in 2 trips. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. But this is foul for the first strike. Sent on the ground out to second. Peterson has it in time to first, and there are 2 away.
And that's what the two-seam fastball will do for you. Running away, not just for strikeouts. Here he gets him to hit it on the ground for an easy out.
Jason Kipnis digs in, coming off a single in his last at-bat.
Get ahead of him right here.
And this misses outside and a bit high. 1 ball, no strikes.
Hey, we got 2 down, fellas.
That evens it up 1-1. Fastball. Whoa, look out. That just about got him in the coconut. Can't imagine guys like that too much.
Yeah, not too much indeed. You start getting into the danger area when it's up and in that high.
And he lays off ball 4. So now the potential tying run here is aboard late in the game.
And for as hot as this guy's been recently, this is a no-brainer. Take the bat out of his hands any chance you get.
Out of the Braves dugout is their manager, Freddie Gonzalez, on his way to the mound. And it looks as though that's going to be all for his starter here tonight. So he'll depart with the lead and a chance to be the winner, but he is responsible for the tying run at first. Alex Torres will take over here with a runner at first and 2 gone in the inning. Not a lot of offense to go around in this one, but what offense we did see came from this man's bat. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah.